Hi all, welcome to episode number 7 of the Trading to Glory. Now this is going to be quite a big one in a sense because we're going to focus quite hard on smashing the 1 million transfer profit, which we've still yet to do actually, funnily enough. So welcome to Smash the Likes. As always, sub to the channel if you are new, follow me on Twitter at GIsALegend. All the links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. Now in an earlier episode we went really hard on Nico Schultz, the Borussia Dortmund left back. We are going to be going absolutely crazy on Julian Brandt. I have looked over a lot of my 82, 86s, especially the one to watch base players, and I thought, right, we are going to go absolutely hard. I did this last night. I didn't record all of what I was doing because I was just quite chilled about it. Because initially when I started the night, I was around 850k transfer profit. I think it was like 845, 850, whatever it was, roughly a good transfer profit to start off with. I think it might have even been a little bit more. But regardless, this is really sped up because what I noticed was this was 40 minutes of just trading with Brandt. Started at 100k and we legitimately just went crazy on trading with him. I had to stop because I'd went for dinner. And I thought, right, well, time we come back from dinner, because we had about 20 cards that we bought before dinner, and we thought, right, time those when we hopefully sell, that we'll get an idea of where the coin balance is back up to. And also we'd done quite a lot of the buying, as you're seeing throughout. So what we were doing was Brandt was selling for us guaranteed at 12k. That's what we were noticing. If we were buying Brandt at anything under 11k, the limit we set ourselves was 11k because the tax at 12 is 11.4. So what we had beside us on my screen was my tax breakdown. So I knew right away of where I could, like, if I knew suddenly folk were catching on that I'm selling at 12k, people would be like, oh, this guy's up to something. And what I was constantly doing was I was trying to go to like 10, 15, 20 minutes of the Brandts that were on bids. I was trying to find, right, what ones have max 10k on them, and we'll say, right, let's add, if it was like 20, 30 cards, I wasn't caring. I knew I was never going to get up to like 50 through sniping, and we just constantly went hard. I noticed that quite a few times throughout that the game was constantly trying to hide cards, but I think it was because I was going transfer targets to check some of my options. It was by the time I came back onto the actual game, like doing what I'm doing here, that I was missing. It was always missing some, so I always had to then buy one back to make sure I was never missing out. But there was so many bids, so many snipes. I think the best snipe we got was like a 9, I think it was like 8.5k or 9k was like our best snipe. We got like, so it worked out as like 2.5, 3k profit, but like the best bid was like 5.1k or 4.1k. It was unbelievable, like how folk were just not caring, like, oh well let it go, or like, I'm not wanting this card, and it was like folk were basically willing you on to get these cards for cheap. I was like, this is just easy profits for me. I can keep going all night. And my biggest fear was that because we were at 100k and because I was constantly trying to buy some and sell some, that even though I was trying to sell for 12, that cards would end up going not selling. And like, because there was a constant problem where folk were listing like 11, 250, 11.5, 11.750, but folk, like what I noticed pretty quickly was that I was starting to monopolise the market at 12. So it was almost like I was trying to it was like setting myself up for a fall, but it was how I would kind of be wise to it, as it were. I'd worked out as well when I was buying the cards and then selling them back on. I was always noticing there was a good gap to work with, so there was never always a fear of like, oh, people will be like, if the first one that I've listed is maybe at, when I first listed it could be 50 minutes, The most recent one's at 59, so there could be like 9 minutes gap, but there might be like 9 cards. But there's also, what I was noticing, 11 to 15, between 11 and 12, that gap, people were buying the cards, but sometimes they were just taking a little bit too long with like the 11.5s and 11.750s, but folk were buying my 12s quite readily, and it was quite good. But I was also slipping up quite a lot on Hunter, and people were putting him up with Hunter quite a lot. There was one guy who put a Shadow one up, and at the time the guy with Shadow was the only one on the market, and I completely let it go. I had not a clue. Do I buy him? Do I sell him on? What did I actually had like no idea. I didn't even know at the time that there was none from with Shadow whatsoever, and it was I'm sure it was CDM. I was like, why has he got CDM with Shadow? It was like folk putting like Striker with Hunter, and I was like, great, but I was missing them. I just completely let them go. It took me after my dinner to realise, to finally have a check on Julian Brandt with Hunter. He was selling at 16k, sorry, and 16k, and I was constantly making sure that if I was getting any at Hunter after dinner, it was 14.5 we were selling it, and he was ready, and he was selling fairly quickly. It was like 5-10 minutes. I think the quickest was like about 2.5, but we're getting there ever so slowly. The biggest problem, as I said constantly, is people constantly putting enough supply up to kind of not go against us, but it's where if there's too many at 12k, if I've got like a page or 2 pages basically up at 12k, it's like clearly obvious. It's like, oh, is he selling for 12? Is he not? But we weren't phased about that. We knew regardless that stuff would sell. I was even knowing, even if he's not selling at 12, I can afford to go at 11.750 because there's still profit. Can I go at 11.5? Yes, I can, if there's still profit. And this was just really, really fun. Like starting off like the night at 100k, and I thought, we need to make money, like legitimately make some money, go crazy, have a bit of fun, get the coins up. And because I've not really spent time trading this FIFA too much, and I thought Brandt's the type of card where he is perfect. Like all the want to watch guys are perfect that are like 84, 85, 86. They're brilliant because the market is still kind of recovering from them being out of packs for 10 days. So for a lot of people that didn't get the base card initially, this is now like the time for like, oh, I want that card. And like Brandt's is like a really decent card like to work with, because he's got good pace, he's got good shooting, he's got good passing, he's got just generally good stats. Like I was quite impressed with he's usable. He's like very usable in my opinion. Like the only real weakness about the card is his physical, but he's 4-star, and like he is a card that you will see so much at CDM, CM, Cam, CF and Striker. You will see a constant supply of various positions. I think CF and Striker I was seeing quite a lot, and centre mid I was seeing quite a lot. But we weren't fussed about the position. There was one guy, it was absolutely brilliant. He did Techie, he was doing Techie Vion. He'd put Brandt at Striker with an act card, 99 contracts, and Hunter. No one jumped on it like right away. It was up for I think about 45 seconds before anyone realised, oh, this guy's doing Tech Avion. It was brilliant. I thought, this is just absolutely classic. And I thought, why is because at the time it never showed up on my screen, and it was only until I realised, oh, I better nab that, and it was gone within like 10 seconds. I was like, oh well, missed that one. I thought it was a chance. It was a card that could have done really nicely, and we would have been laughing. But sometimes that happens. Like you completely slip up where you're like, oh, that one's worth nabbing, and it would have been worth nabbing because I thought if this guy's went to town on the card. Yes, a full gold attribute card, which isn't cheap. I think they're like 2k. Plus his position changed up to Striker, and he's got Hunter. Like, I know that card only works for one game, but if you're trying to make that card as expensive as possible, but you're basically selling him under what he's actually selling for just now is crazy. It's like, at the time it was like 12, and I thought, if you're selling this guy at 11.5, I think it was 11.5 or 11.250, I can't 100% remember, but I thought this card right away is worth like 5-6k profit to somebody. Like, and I'm sure I've seen it in a Discord or Twitter later on that somebody had mentioned about him, like that brand. It was like, because somebody was mentioning about Tech Avion on the icons. But as you can see, at the moment we've been doing a lot of sales and we're really rolling. We've got obviously a lot of cards still up. We've still got a lot of coins sitting within the club, so I'm not worried yet. Like, I've still got enough that I can still kind of buy some, snipe some. That's all I've got to worry about. As long as I've got that supply of coins to work with, that I'm not going to be worried. I shouldn't feel concerned that I'm going to be short of coins and we'll make everything kind of constantly work. Like 12k, like I know right away if I when I go back from dinner, when I came back from my dinner, that everything should at least be sold or close to selling, because I'm being very, very, like, say, heavy on this card. I did this with Schultz and it paid off. We're going bigger and bolder, going Brandt. And the thing is, teams like Dortmund, PSG, Juventus Piemonte Calcio, whatever you wish to call them, even Bayern to an extent as well, they've got the players that you can just constantly just do this with and you would have a field day. You could honestly just spend all night, say, focus on one player or two or three and just go crazy. Like, one to watch, guys, I would probably, if I wasn't just solely focusing on Brandt, I would have probably went on Hummels. I would have went on, as you can see, transfer profits creeping up as well, but we've done well. We've done pretty well so far, and we'll get there. We will get there. As I said, I'll show at the end, obviously, when we do smash the 1, so it just kind of shows what we've achieved as well. But I would say, honestly, some folk would say, oh, this is a grind. I'm like, for 40 minutes, if I'm making, basically, by the time I've started to the time I'm finished, if I'm making 100k coins or 100, like, whatever back, I'm not complaining. If I know I'm making a lot of coins back, then I ain't complaining. And we've done well. Like, we've done legitimately very, very well. It's just, like anything, it takes time. Anything takes time. That's all it is. But we're starting to notice that the market's starting to play on us a little bit here. So this becomes interesting. So you can tell that we're going to have to wrap this up shortly, to the point where we just let things settle and hopefully stuff will sell and we can kind of relax from there. That's what it kind of seems to. That's what it's suggesting to us. And it doesn't matter. You don't want to be grinding too long, because otherwise it just ends up. So that's 13. Like, that's 13 minutes long there, and that was done. I cut it, sped it up 3 times. So this was all the sales that we did before, and then the sales that happened when I went away for my dinner. Like, this is absolutely unbelievable. That's like 50 cards. So that was an insane amount of cards that we had worked with. And coins went right back up nicely. We were in a very healthy position. Profit was looking great, and I was more than happy with how the progress went. And then last night, after all that, the stuff that I didn't record, I went crazy again, and we got ourselves up to 247,290 coins, just grinding out brands. The transfer profit is over 1 million coins. I will get that up after this as well. But hopefully you've enjoyed this, folks. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of my Julian Brandt grinding. Have you done any of this at all? Take it easy, all. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all later.